Hello, everyone. Welcome to Skarey Movies. This week's episode is Moly, starring Josh Allen and the Las Vegas Raiders. I wanted to contrast some of the poor decision making from Josh Allen that helped secure the loss against the Jets and highlight some good decision making that helped secure an easy victory against the Raiders. And we want to start off with this throw, which actually was the final nail in the coffin for the Buffalo Bills' first drive. Why are we starting off with this one? Let's take a look. This play started off with the line of scrimmage at the 30-yard line. Allen had started at the 25-yard line in shotgun formation. And you notice this was a fairly deep drop back, covering about 5 yards before Allen's going to make that throw. One thing to note is with these deeper dropbacks, you're really not going to throw the ball prior to finishing your steps, which means this is really the options that we're seeing Josh Allen with as he's coming out of that break. Now, of course, you can scan the field prior to the drop back, but it's very difficult to throw when you're fading backwards. So right now you can see that Allen really does not have any great targets. Everybody's covered pretty well, and you will see that players that may be open aren't even looking for the ball yet, meaning this route is still in development. As we see the play develop, we see protection start to break down on this side, although we are a few seconds into the play, so this is not really bad protection on the part of the line. It's just a function of how long this play is taking to develop. We do see Diggs possibly coming open, Davis possibly getting some separation, but Allen is scanning more towards this side of the field. As Allen starts to break, we see Gabe Davis had actually settled. This really was not a great route. And we see Stefon Diggs working back towards the line to gain to hopefully get that first down. Let's take a look as this progresses. Right here, this looks like a really easy throw for Josh Allen to make. He does have a clear throwing lane. Diggs is wide open. This should look like an easy first down. However, let's talk math for just a moment. Right here, we have Josh Allen back at the 20-yard line again. From a stance of how far this ball will travel in the air, you see I'm counting by fives. We have about a 17-yardish distance here from Allen to Diggs with the vertical distance. You know, though, I love the Pythagorean theorem. We work all of these out. We're looking at closer to a 20-yard throw. Not a terrible throw for Josh Allen, but we do have three defenders that are within a few yards of Stefon Diggs. Josh Allen has a cannon for an arm, but there's no way this pass is getting there before our defender is going to break on this ball. More than likely a pass breakup, but maybe the worst could happen, another interception. Hopefully not, but definitely we saw enough of those last week. Allen decides smart to just tuck, run. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. This does go down as a 0-yard sack. But of all of the options he had, living to fight another down, not giving the ball back to the Raiders, or risking catastrophe was an excellent decision right from the get-go. And the main thing I really want to highlight with that is how calm and collected Allen was with his decision making on this play. Lots of things happening that really were going the Raiders' way. Allen decides to live through all of those and makes the best decision possible. We're going to jump all the way to the fourth quarter. And here, calm, cool, collected Allen is fairly easy as the Bills are way ahead. But on the other hand, they're not necessarily having to look for the kill shot. So a throwaway, getting rid of the ball is just as good as anything else at this point in the game. But Allen is still surveying the field, still playing quarterback at a high level, and that's what we want to focus on this play. Now, again, we see this deeper drop back. We see protection looking like it's about to break down with Deion Dawkins over here. But overall, as you'll see this play progress, he anchors again, and Allen probably didn't need to scramble, but he does, not knowing exactly how that play is going to break out. Here we have Allen looking like maybe he wants to throw the ball. We have fairly tight coverage here, excellent coverage here, really clogged passing lane here, not great body mechanics to make a catch here, and again, good coverage. So as the play develops, Allen is probably not going to be able to make a good run for this with all of the defenders in the area. We're going to see a nice pump fake right there, which freezes these defenders, possibly gets anyone spying on the back end maybe to hesitate for just a split second. Sometimes that's all you're going to need. And then here we have the decision to actually throw the ball. Take it back a few slides. When Allen is making all of these decisions, you have Gabe Davis, who the pass is going to go to, starting to come free. Allen is looking that way, surveying his options, and definitely making the best one. Jump forward back to where the pass was thrown. I'm going to highlight something else. We have our running back down here calling for the ball, and he is certainly wide open. But I do want to highlight another aspect of the math of a football field. So on record, you could see the air yards here would be counting it by our fives. By the time the ball is delivered, maybe this would go on record as a 15 to 20 yard pass downfield. But again, let's use our Pythagorean theorem. And the one distance I really like to highlight, because every time I say this out loud, I'm a bit surprised by this. This dimension of the field, the width, believe it or not, is over 50 yards wide. So a sideline to sideline pass is closer to a Hail Mary than anything else. And we do have this diagonal. This is an incredibly long pass, even for Josh Allen, and especially on the run. There is no chance this is ever going to be a good idea, pretty much for anybody. But what Allen's seeing is Gabe Davis breaking here. Again, we have our foot race concepts versus the speed of the ball. This is a nice safe pass. It's either Gabe Davis's or it's nobody's. And I'm pretty confident Bills fans will remember the result of this one. Nice catch and run for 40 yards. We're going to close out this episode, thoroughly Moly, with the touchdown pass to Khalil Shakir. And I want to highlight it from the end zone angle because from the broadcast footage, this is an angle that could potentially be lying to you. So let's take a look at a few of the things that develop with this play. Much shallower drop back for Allen. He's scanning the field much faster than he was on those other plays. So Ken Dorsey did call a variety of plays and types of philosophies in here. We see some early pressure coming from Allen's right side. He jumps to his left where there is more pressure. At this point, we do see Shakir coming in, heading this direction. Now, this is a nifty move by Allen. Rather than trying to scramble or do anything crazy, he just steps back. And here the decision to throw has been made. And I'm going to highlight a couple of things, again, from the math and angles, the geometry lesson of the day. Allen is going to throw the ball to the hash mark. And he knows that already. He knows where this ball is going. Shakir's way the heck over on the other hash. So what's remarkable about this is how well he leads the receiver. This is not necessarily an absolutely perfect throw, as Shakir does get a little bit low, but it is mostly in stride. But let's take another step back and again highlight this angle and this leading of the receiver. I mentioned earlier that the broadcast can lie to you at times with the angles. And from the broadcast view, this looked like pretty tight double coverage. But from this view, we can clearly see that Shakir has a huge distance advantage over this defender. And in order for this player to undercut, he really needs to be able to identify exactly where the ball's heading, the velocity of the ball, and get there before Shakir does. And one of the things I absolutely love about this pass, how soft it's thrown. Another quick look at this one. I just mesmerized by this. This is not a bullet. It's not a cannon. You have Allen dancing in the pocket to avoid multiple defenders. You have him surveying multiple defenders at the same time, delivering this ball ahead of Shakir to allow him to run to it and continue in stride, remain upright, and then fall forward for the touchdown. All of those happening. And when did this occur in the game? Towards the end of the second quarter. The Bills are in control of the game, but they're not dominating the game at this point. So that infamous sugar rush Josh easily could show up in a situation like this. He's once again under pressure, really needed to prove where he's at. But what does he do? He calmly steps back, throws, leads the receiver. Looks like an easy touchdown. Far from it. This one's a bit longer, so thank you if you made it all the way to the end. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and if you're a Bills fan, take a deep breath. We probably won't see many games like week 1 or week 2. Most of them are going to be somewhere in the middle, but we know this is the team's potential. Take a step back. Enjoy the moment, Bills fans. Thank you.